Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. We get a lot of requests and a lot of questions about singing, and I just want to go through a bunch of requests that we have. Now, before we get started here, and I'm going to repeat myself a few times when I answer these questions, I remember vividly going through trying to figure out when a vocal coach says, just do this, or another vocal coach says, do that. And they don't really demonstrate it themselves and they don't really prove it out themselves. So you're kind of left going, well, gosh, you told me how to do it, or you read it in a textbook, or you read it online somewhere, but you're not physically demonstrating this for me. Can you please demonstrate what it is that you're talking about? And man, I just spent, a couple decades of going to some of the world's greatest vocal coaches, and most of them could not demonstrate what they teach. So that drove me nuts. And in fact, it's what drove me to doing my singing course called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else, is so that I could be very explicit and very simple and not get bogged down with big technical terms and big fancy ways of trying to make me look good and pretend that I have all this great knowledge of the voice, or pretend or really have great knowledge of the voice, whatever that means. And then not really be able to explain it to you clearly, succinctly, and simply, okay? So as I go through some of these questions, I'm gonna try to do my best to do just that so you really apprehend this. Now, please also understand that when you ask a question, it is multifaceted. There is a lot to this. So it's not just one answer here, one answer there, and not one size fits all, or there could be multiple answers, or there could also be a combination of, you start at this point and then you do this and then you do this and you do this. So to give you a quick 5-minute tutorial or a 5-minute answer is really, I want to use the word irresponsible. No one is going to be able to just get it from one quick tip or a quick answer, but at least it'll clarify a lot of things for you to really help have you see the vision of how you can see yourself doing whatever question is that you're answering, and I'll do my best to answer those questions, okay? So with that said, I'm going to put this at the head of a lot of these little, or a lot of, not little, but big questions that I have coming in to really, again, clarify and just make simple for you to understand how to do some of the things you guys want to know, okay? So with that said, let's get started. And the next question is, how can I sing on pitch? Whew. That's a good question, because the way that you get to pitch and the reason that people have bad pitch vary from person to person. It's not a one size fits all. How I like to look at pitch myself personally is I like to see it or think of it like a color or something I know that I can go to and go, oh, that's that note, okay? Now, some people will get out a tuner and they'll just sing into a tuner, and when the tuner goes green, they know they're in A or G or whatever that note is they're looking for. But the way I have liked to learn how to teach people how to be on pitch is to have a pitch reference. So something you can audibly hear, orally hear, and something that, and by the way, I don't mean to be ambiguous and esoteric about how I look at color when I see pitch, because you have to, in chords where you're singing a note that's very difficult to find in a chord, like a tetrachord or a polychord, which is a chord on top of a chord, and you're singing like a jazz thing or something, some notes are a lot harder to find than others, but in a really basic sense, I like to think, okay, here's an A. So you go, right? So it's kind of like a Cessna aircraft. You got two engines and one's going, and as soon as they start to resonate and they're clean and the resonance is consistent, you know that you've hit the note, okay? So I go, right? You have to kind of, fish around a little bit and search for that note. Bingo, I hit the note, right? So have a pitch reference and start out by having identified, whether it's on guitar or whether it's on piano or, whatever you have as a pitch reference, use that and fish around for that note and try. And when you finally get to that point where you're able to get to it quicker and you're not having to go all over the road to find it. Some people say, Ken, I'm morbidly deaf. I just couldn't even do that like what you just did. I don't even know how to do that. Well, that is and isn't true. Have you really tried is a question. And have you actually recorded yourself and listened back to it so that you're familiarizing yourself with your own sound and what your voice relationship is to pitch, right? So now let's do it over a chord here. So Now there's different notes in the chord. And you may accidentally land on another note in the chord, and that might resonate like those little engines on the aircraft because it's actually in the chord. But you really got to start with what's called your anchor note or your root note. Right? So try to kind of hone in, zero in on that note. And get a little quicker at it, okay? Now, as you start to advance a little farther, and like I said, I cover this in my singing course, and I go through a whole tutorial on how to find this, is you want to take notes. We just did a thing on how to write a song, how to write a good song, and I want to take this chord progression, because it's fun to just take this chord progression only has one moving note, which is, right? And we want to find that note. Let's say we want to hit that note that's in the song, and let's just say the song goes, you're trying to find that note, right? So, you visualize it going a half step. So you think of it like you're going down a ladder or going down a stair step. So you know that the first note is, you want to go down a half step. Think of yourself only walking down to the next note. You're not going down two stairs or 3 stairs or 4 stairs. You're not going up a stair. You're just going down a stair. So, so all I did was I walked down 3 stairs. Yay, I got it. Woo, right? Okay, so again, this is an oversimplification. There's a lot of ways to approach this, but it's one really strong and powerful way that you can do this on your own is to try to find the note, resonate with the note so that you're in pitch, and then when you're singing a song or you're going to play chords that have moving parts in them like that, try to pick off the note in the chord so that you can sharpen your skills and get to that pitch quicker, okay? Hopefully this was helpful. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That will actually take you to another page where you want to click on the bell icon, and it opens up a menu, and the menu has notifications on it where there's a little box you can check where it says send me all notifications for this channel. Check the box and then click the save button, and you'll get notifications from me every time I have a cool video come out. Okay? Thanks guys. Peace out.